New Jersey has lots of Chinese restaurants, but did you know that there's a Cantonese restaurant right in South Jersey that serves classic Cantonese dim sum and other favorites? Hi, this is Arthur from the Minute Review Show. If you have a minute, I have an opinion. Today, I'm going to Brother Seafood Restaurant in Cherry Hill Township in the southern part of New Jersey. It's a bit further than I normally go, but we were passing through and I couldn't resist. After seeing what appeared to be Chinatown level food, I had to see for myself. It stacks up to what I have in New York City. Please remember to check out the video till the end when I'll review my star of the show. Will it be yours as well? The kitchen is open, so come in and join me. Hi, this is Arthur from the Minute Review Show, and today I'm in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. I've actually never been to Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Since we were down here this weekend, we decided to try to look for some Cantonese food. And in Cherry Hill, there's only one, what appears to be one genuine Cantonese restaurant in the area. And that restaurant is called Brother Seafood Restaurant. It's located in a big shopping plaza. It looks like an Asian shopping plaza. Yeah, I'm really happy to find this place. What we were doing in Cherry Hill was that we were visiting Diggerland, which is maybe about 20 minutes away. So, I brought my kids over here to check the area out. So now we find ourselves in a Cantonese restaurant in the area. So what I'm going to do in this video is that I'm going to order a bunch of dim sum and also one or two dinner type dishes, and I'll show you if any of this food is legit. Judging from the looks and from what I found on Google, it actually looks pretty genuine. So we're gonna find out. At first, I will show you their menu. Okay, when you order dim sum at Brother Seafood Restaurant, you're given a list to tick off, and this shows you their entire dim sum repertoire. So here we go. We have the most common items on the top, which are sumai and hagao, which are on top. You have things like spare ribs, you have chicken feet, and then you have other items like tasiu bao, which are down here, the roast pork buns. You have super common items such as hamsoigo, which are the pork dumplings, and you have things like sesame balls. So this particular list is pretty big. If you look across, that's 5 over here, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over here. So there's over 30 dim sum items. Now I neglected to talk about the back of the menu because there are even more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5 times 8, 40. 40 plus 30 is equal to 70. So there's 70 dim sum items. This is absolutely crazy. So just take a look at this. You have things like a fried shrimp ball. These are actually pretty rare. You rarely find these in New York. You have rice rolls, like right here, beef rice rolls. And you have newer fangled dishes such as the Japanese seaweed. And then you have some classic Cantonese desserts like the coconut cake down here. So yeah, this is a very, very big menu, over 70 items. Now's the time to take a look at the Brother Seafood Restaurant menu. And this is what it looks like. This is a totally legit Cantonese menu. It's very heavy, several pages, and there's plenty of pictures in this menu. So now let's take a look. We have appetizers, and now the appetizers are basic stuff like scallion pancakes, fried wonton, roast pork. You have over here, you have salt and pepper capelin. I have no idea what that is. Cold jellyfish. So yeah, these are very common Cantonese types of appetizers. Next we have things like the abalone appetizer. This one is market price. Now these are more expensive, like fish fin soup with shredded chicken, things like that, because these are meant to be shared in a large portion with your family. So over here you have like for 1 portions and for 4 portions. Then you have some abalone. This one's like $50, so yeah, these are more for the special occasions. Next you have the live seafood, and most of them, as expected, are market price. Then you have the soups. These are the general Cantonese soups, like fish maw, and they're all about $30 and below, some more and some less. And you have the American Chinese type soups for their American customers. Then you have the chef specials. There's a whole bunch of them. And what's interesting is that they're very varied. They're not focused on one type of food. Next we have the lobster, crab, and shrimp. things of that sort. This is the lobster with ginger and scallion, market price, sweet and sour shrimp, so things of that sort. Next, we have Dungeness crab, and all these, you know, there are many reasonably priced dishes here, like this salt-baked soft shell crab, that's under $23. So yeah, you can go very expensive or very cheap here. I like the fact that they have that option. Next, we have seafood, like the sauteed snails. So here's your selection of seafoods. A lot of them are fried, as you can see. Next, you have some pork dishes, Cantonese, standard Cantonese dishes, chicken and duck. Okay. And then you have the beef and lamb dishes. Here we go. And then we have the Cantonese casserole dishes. So that's very standard. There's a choice of over 10. Next, we have the fish. We have the vegetable bean curd dishes. And then finally, we have the noodles and fried congee dishes. These are all reasonably priced. A lot of them are under $15, so that's great in this day and age. So yeah, we're gonna order a bunch of dishes, mainly dim sum, and show you what things are like here. We ordered a wide variety of dim sum. We're starting off with 6 dim sums. First is the lotus sticky rice wrapped in lotus leaf. We're going to open this up and show you what it looks like later. Next, we have the shrimp sumai. Now, shrimp sumai is normally made with pork, but this one's 100% shrimp, so I'm wondering what that will taste like. Next, we have the hamsoigo. The hamsoigo is basically the pork dumpling, and this is deep fried with the mochi skin. Next, we have the hagao, which is basically the benchmark of most Cantonese dim sums. I'm really curious as to how they make this. Next, we have the regular pork sumai. Basically, this is a steamed dish. We have the chung fun, the ngautang, which is the beef rice roll. Gonna try that out. Now we're gonna break open one of the hamsoigo, and we're gonna see what type of filling they have. I can hear the crunchiness of it. And let's take a quick look on the inside. Oh, okay. There doesn't appear to be a lot of filling in here, but it's definitely pork, which is what we expect. And the mochi is actually kind of thin. So yeah, we're gonna give this a try. Okay, the first dish I'm going to try is the hamsoigo. Now this is what it looks like. When we broke it open before, you see that there doesn't seem to be a ton of filling in here, but this is nice and piping hot. We got this freshly made. By the way, the restaurant just opened, so everything is probably fresh at this time. It's around 10:30. Nice crunch to this pork dumpling. This is your standard hamsoigo, nice and crispy. One interesting thing, as I pointed out before, is that the skin is kind of thin. I think the thinness of the skin helps the crunchiness, and the filling is actually very standard. You have the standard spices that are in there. It's more meat forward. There aren't that many vegetables in there. Sometimes they put some preserved vegetables in here, but yeah, this is a good start. Okay, the next dish I'm going to try is the hagao. Now, this is the barometer of what a good dim sum restaurant should have. This hagao is about 1 inch wide. So yeah, in those days, they were all about the size. They weren't huge like the ones that you find in many restaurants these days. So this is the standard size in those days. So let's give this a try. Okay, this hagao is very adequately flavored. The one thing that's missing are those water chestnuts. In this restaurant, they choose not to put it in there, but the flavoring is good. Excellent. The hagao skin, the shrimp dumpling skin, is adequately thin, which is the way that I usually like it. And the skin is not weak, is not breaking apart. So yeah, that's a very decent standard hagao. You know something that I've noticed about this restaurant? You know that this place is genuine because I'm hearing Chinese music from the 1980s playing in the background. So yeah, this really has that old school flavor. So if you want genuine Chinese food, listening to the music is a good sign. The next item that I'm going to try is the beef rice roll. Now, once again, these are the dishes that show you the quality of the dim sum. So here goes. It looks pretty good. I mean, it's not like totally translucent, but we'll see how this is. Do you remember what I said about the music making this place an old school restaurant? Well, this Cheongfun, this beef rice roll, has that tangerine peel flavor that's in here. So yeah, this is a very classic beef rice roll flavor. After hearing that music and eating this, yeah, this is taking me straight back to the 70s and 80s. That skin is decently thin, pliable. The beef mince is nice and smooth. Very good quality. This I would definitely recommend to order. The next item that I'm going to try are the two sumai. From the left to the right, we have the pork sumai, and then we have the shrimp sumai. What the difference is that is just the protein. And they both look pretty good. They both look like they're made in-house. You know, a lot of places nowadays, they buy the frozen items and they reheat it, but it looks like it's made in-house, so I'm very happy with that. So let's try the shrimp sumai to start with. It has this nice yellow skin to it. Let's try it. This is a very coarse minced shrimp. So you get nice big chunks of shrimp in here. The flavor is good. I would have liked it salted a little bit more, but the flavor is decent. Once again, there are no veggies in here. It's just the shrimp and the skin. So yeah, this is decently good. The next item I'm trying is the pork sumai. Let's try this. Here's a surprise. The pork sumai has a tiny bit of shrimp on the outside. It gives it a nice contrast in textures. Not bad. And this one is adequately seasoned. Good amount of salt in there. So I'm very happy with this. To open up the lotus leaf and rice. Now we're going to poke that open and take a look at what they got. So what we have here is that we have some sticky rice, and let's go dig in and take a look at what it looks like on the inside. It looks very juicy, and there appears to be a lot of pork in here. There's a Chinese sausage, so seeing that there's Chinese sausage in there, that shows you that this is very genuine. So we're gonna try this very soon. Okay, the next dish I'm going to try is the sticky rice wrapped in lotus leaf, and I picked out some of the rice and the filling. So let's give this a try. Interesting. There's not a lot of gravy in that minced meat mix. There's a Chinese sausage in there, so it's nice and flavorful. The sticky rice is nice and steamed, easy to chew. The meat inside itself is pretty mild. There's a seasoning in there. But once again, for people who watch my channel, you know that I like things more to the salted side. This is lightly salted, so it's all to your taste, but this is still decent. The more I eat the center of that minced meat, it's a little more juicy. So yeah, this is an adequate, decent sticky rice. Not bad. Okay, another dish came to the table, and this is their version, the Cantonese version of shengjianbao. So it looks a little flatter, but I can't wait to try it and see what it tastes like. Oh yes, and by the way, that is, I believe, vinegar. The next dish I'm going to try is the Cantonese version of shengjianbao. This is what it looks like. You have a sear on the top and you have a sear on the bottom. Most shengjianbaos have only the sear on the bottom, and this one doesn't have those sesame seeds that a lot of places have. So let's give this a try. It looks nice and big, and maybe it's juicy. Let's give this a try. I'll put the plate right below my chin, just in case. Okay. Now, if you take a close look at the inside, you see the steam coming out. They did season the bao very well. You can see the soy sauce in the meat. I've had shengjianbaos before that didn't have that much liquid in it. This falls into that category, but the meat is seasoned as it should. I like the thin, flaky outside of the skin of the shengjianbao. It's very light and fluffy. Very interesting component of the skin. It's light and fluffy. This just goes to show that when you have shengjianbao, there are so many different variations that you can get. This is just one of them. Okay, I want to describe to you in detail the fried shrimp balls. Now, fried shrimp balls are a very endangered species in Chinatown in New York City these days, because for some reason, very few restaurants seem to make this into their dim sum menu. So this is really surprising. I had to order this because I found it on the menu, and this is over 2.5 inches wide. Look at that, 2.5 inches from left to right. is nice and crispy. And also, there's 3 of them. These are huge, and all of them are about the same size. So let's break this open. I think I know usually what you would find inside these shrimp balls. So let's break it open. And yes, it has that bouncy feeling that is very common to this type of food. So you can see it's a shrimp mince, which is how it should be. There should be some kind of crunchy vegetable in here, but I'm going to tell you once I bite into this. So yeah, we're gonna give this a try very soon. The next dish that I'm having is this one. Now, this is the fried shrimp ball. Now, fried shrimp balls are very hard to find at dim sum restaurants in New York these days. Not all of them have it. So when I found that they have it in New Jersey, I had to try it. Now, I didn't expect it to be this big. This is about 2.5 inches wide. So this is gonna be a mouthful of food. Let's give this a try. You see that? There's a shrimp mince in there. They marinate shrimp to the point where there's like a fluffy texture to it. That's exactly how these things should taste. I love the crunchiness of this on the outside. This is very delicious, piping hot, large, and a good value for money type dish. Look how big these things are. The next 2 dim sum has come to our table. First is the black bean and spare ribs, which is a common dim sum dish. And next we have the chicken feet. And both of them appear to be average size, and we're gonna try these very soon. The next item that I'm going to try, items that I'm going to try, are the spare ribs with the black bean sauce and the chicken feet. So let's try the spare ribs, see what this is like. They're a little sweet. The meat is good, well seasoned, standard flavoring. We got these little black beans, which is the real thing. I like that traditional flavor that they have here. Not too much cornstarch, which is another thing that I like about this. It's there, but not too much. So yeah, this is a very decent, well-seasoned dish. Okay, the next dish that I'm having is the chicken feet. Now this is what it looks like, and this is huge. From top to bottom, this is about 3.5 inches long. So let's try this. Okay, I just gave it the side bite. Let's get more of that flavor in. Okay, now, the thing about these chicken feet is that you have to make sure that the meat comes off the bone easily, and this one does. Once again, the flavor is standard. There's that sweet flavoring to it. You know, it's been deep fried, so the meat comes off pretty easily. The flavorings, I do taste a hint of spice. There's a little heat to it, maybe a 2 out of 10, but it's in there, which I'm surprised about. I like that. You know, it's a little different. Other than that, the flavorings are pretty standard for a Cantonese chicken feet. So this isn't bad at all. One of the dim sums that just came to the table is the eggplant stuffed with shrimp. Now this is what it looks like. Now these are reasonably sized eggplant. They're not gigantic. When you take a look at this part from top to bottom, that is about, let's say, 1.5 inches. They're very reasonably sized. I'm glad they don't use the gigantic eggplant. So this is very generous. They give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces in one order, and this is dim sum, so this is a very generous size. We're going to try this very soon. The next item I'm going to try is the eggplant stuffed with shrimp. Now this is a nice small piece. They're very generous. They give you 5 pieces, so let's try this. There's a nice coating of sauce on this. Eggplant is super nice and fresh. I'm going to try a little bit more of that shrimp, and let's see what that's like. The shrimp is good, nice and fresh, good texture. The eggplant, once again, I like the fact that it's nice and young and small, but the shrimp could have been salted a little more, but the flavor of the sauce is excellent. The fact that this is a good size, good texture, and a decent dish, I can really accept that. This is really nice. Okay, one of their dim sum items is the dantat, which is the egg tart. So this is what it looks like. Nice yellow filling in the middle. This one is the flaky crust dantat. You know that there are 2 types of crust that you can get. This is the flaky crust dantat. Let's give this a try. See that? What I like about this is that they don't overdo it on the evaporated milk. Sometimes when you eat a dantat, it's kind of white in the middle. This is nice and yellow through and through. And the flaky crust is definitely flaky. Look how broken up it is. It's nice and sweet and eggy, delicious. The fact that this is nice and hot, we're here early in the morning, this is absolutely delicious. I would order this for dessert for sure. The next dish I'm going to try, and this is a dessert, is the fried sesame balls. And this is what it looks like. And this is about 2.5 inches in diameter. And let me break it open for you. I'll show you what it looks like. So let's break it open. And voila, this is a red bean sesame ball. Let's give this a try. I'm gonna break it in half and see what it's like. Here it goes. Immediately you get the savoriness of the sesame. It hits you because there's lots of sesames on the outside. And the red bean, nice and mild, nice pasty flavor to it. And what I like about this is because it's nice and delicate. Look how thin the skin is. That skin has that mochi chewiness to it. The thinness gives it an extra chewiness. I like it. I think there's a word in Cantonese where this is very hong hao. Very good. If you're a fan of red bean, this is something definitely to get, especially when it's piping hot like this. I want to say a little bit about Chinese food in New Jersey. I absolutely don't know too much about it in New Jersey. What I do know is that there's an area in New Jersey called Edison, New Jersey that has a large Asian community. So I could probably find a bunch of Cantonese restaurants there in New Jersey and other types of Chinese restaurants. We're all the way down in South Jersey in Cherry Hill. This was the only Cantonese restaurant that I found. There were other ones. They mainly felt like hybrid type restaurants. This felt like a legacy restaurant, which is what I usually like to do, what I usually like to highlight on my channel. Also, Philadelphia is nearby, and Philadelphia has a very old Chinatown. Now that is a place that I also need to visit to check out their items because in Philadelphia, there are a lot of legacy restaurants down there. So one day we're gonna go down to Philadelphia and try 1 or 2 of their restaurants. All these reviews that I do outside of New York are really just to see what I can find outside of one of the oldest Chinatown areas in America, which is New York. So yeah, I always find it fun to explore these places in my travels. Also, if you have any place that you want to recommend that's Cantonese, that's in New Jersey, feel free to drop them in the comments. I would greatly appreciate that. Okay, we ordered the seafood pan-fried noodle, and here we go. We have a pan-fried noodle where the sauce seems to be a lighter sauce, is not a dark sauce. We have some shrimp, which are the smaller shrimp, medium to small shrimp. We have some scallops. We also have this item. Yeah, this is a squid. We have some Chinese vegetables and also a carrot. So this seems to be a very basic type of seafood pan-fried noodle. And next we have what appears to be a very deep, yeah, that's 3.5 inches. There's a lot of noodles in this dish, a deep dish of noodles. And I can feel the crunch. The crunch is not browned. Sometimes it is browned, but this one isn't. But I can definitely feel the crunch as I hit it on the side. And also the dish itself is about 8.5 inches in diameter. So yeah, this is a true family size portion. So we're gonna try it very soon. Okay, now's the time to try the seafood pan-fried noodle. And I grabbed a bunch of stuff off that dish. So let's try this. We're gonna try the noodles first because that's the most important thing. So here goes. That particular gravy that's on the pan-fried noodle is very chickeny. It has more like a chicken stock to it, which is pretty good. They don't actually put any soy sauce or any dark soy sauce into this gravy. So it's actually pretty good. It's a little different, but you know, some restaurants like putting that soy sauce, some don't. This one doesn't, but it's good. The more that I'm eating it, I can tell that this pan-fried noodle has not been thrown into oil and deep fried. This, I think, is more pan-fried because it's more of a drier type of fry. It's been crisp over a hot wok, but not doused in oil, which makes this pan-fried noodle not oily at all. So if you don't like a lot of oil in your pan-fried noodle, this is a very good noodle to get. The gravy itself, nice and chickeny and has an adequate amount of salt. Let's try the shrimp. Nice and fresh, nice and crunchy. Let's move on. Let's try the squid. Very fresh squid. Fresh squid has a nice crunch to it. and that one has it. I like the way they cut it too. I've never seen squid cut this way. Very nice. Next we have the scallops. There's only a couple of them in here. There's one of the more expensive items, so let's try this. Super fresh, and I love that briny flavor. Absolutely delicious. So far, for all the 3 seafoods, very fresh. I love it. Finally, we have some button mushrooms. Nice and crunchy. So all in all, I've tried pretty much all the components of this dish, except for the veg, but the veg are gonna taste like veg, so I'm not gonna review that. But so far, this is very good. This actually, in summation, seems like a healthier seafood pan-fried noodle, which isn't dunked in a lot of deep fried oil. So yeah, this is actually pretty good. And it, once again, it's a legit dish here at Brothers Seafood Restaurant. Okay, we asked for tasio, and they only have it as an appetizer. This isn't a restaurant that has the roast meats hanging in the window, so this is their implementation of tasio. So this is an appetizer size, about $7. It comes with a sauce, which is a very American Chinese type of implementation of a tasio. So you have thin slices of pork here. They're all covered in a dark brown gravy. So we're gonna try this and let you know what it's like. Okay, let's try the tasio, or the roast pork with sauce. So this is what it looks like. Let's try it. Wow, it's very tender. This tasio isn't what you normally have in a restaurant that has the meats hanging in the window. What this tasio is like is that it's been roasted, but somehow it's still tender. I think the tenderness comes from the heating. Maybe it's pan-fried, I don't know. There's the sauce over it too. And the sauce is a very savory sauce. It's not soy sauce, it's some kind of master stock. That's what it seems like. And they just heat it up and pour it over the roast pork, which has been probably heated over a pan or a wok. So yeah, this is a very different implementation of a tasio. More American Chinese in my mind, but it seems to be okay. And the flavor is there, is not totally Cantonese, is more American Chinese, but that's okay. Hey, we're in Cherry Hill. And now's the time for your favorite part of the show. Ta-da! The star of the show. And today, the star of the show came down to 2 items. And the reason why I chose these 2 items is because of legacy. And these are the items that were done that way many, many years ago. And those 2 items that I chose were the beef rice roll, Ding Otao, and the shrimp balls. The reason why I chose those 2 is because those 2 dishes reflect what I had 20, 30, 40 years ago. And very few restaurants make it that way these days. The beef rice roll had that tangerine peel in it, and it tasted great. It was well done, good size, and very, very nostalgic for me. The next one that I had was the shrimp rice ball. And that particular dish, I remember I had it at a restaurant called Hop Shing in New York's Chinatown many years ago. And for the older viewers of this channel, you know which restaurant I'm talking about on Chatham Square. Now, there are maybe 1 or 2 restaurants in New York City that still make it, but if I find it, I'm always happy to try it. And today, the one that I tried was really top notch. In addition to the size, it was really, really fluffy, crunchy, and had all the flavors and textures of what I enjoyed about shrimp balls in the past. So because of that, the shrimp balls are my star of the show. Come and try it. You will not regret it. The meal is over. And what a meal I had. I had so many dim sums. I had a few of the dishes from the kitchen, meaning the dinner type dishes. And yeah, they were all really good. In fact, you know, this standard can definitely be a New York City standard. A feeling that I get is that it's a little older in style, but you know what? There's nothing wrong with that, because they're really preserving the way things were made years and years ago. And there's also that dash of American Chinese to fit the neighborhood that this place is in. This particular restaurant is located in Cherry Hill. The Asian population is here. I don't know how big it is. I've never looked at the demographics of the area in South Jersey, but from what I can see, having this type of restaurant with this type of food is really nice. And because this is the kind of food that you would probably find like in Philadelphia Chinatown or in New York Chinatown. So yeah, I'm just glad to be able to find it while I was on a trip down to South Jersey. I highly recommend that if you're in the area, go and give this place a try. It's keeping up with those old traditions of good Cantonese Chinese food. And yeah, just visit. Thanks for watching the Minute Review Show. By this time, I have over 200 videos on my channel, and please watch another video. Most of my videos are Asian restaurants, some American type restaurants. So if you're visiting New York City, please check the channel out, watch another video. I'm sure you'll find a restaurant that you'll be interested in. And finally, if you like what I'm doing, please support me by buying me a coffee. The link is over here. And thank you very much, and I will see you very soon in my next video. The final bill before tip is $101.67.